Hey guys, hello, and welcome to Wednesday night, Whimsical Wednesday here on Dixie Belle's page. Welcome, please say hello when you come on. I am not, do not be confused, I am not in my workshop, I am not in my garage, this is not my wall, and this is not my furniture. I am on location today, and I'm super excited to bring y'all along with me while we work on this project. It's a family affair tonight. I've got Matt right here on standby. You cannot have those here.
Hello.
I've got Matt on standby with me for this family affair. Let me tell you a little bit about who we are, just in case you have never joined us here before. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Connie. We got to be able to see the bed, babe.
Oh.
Okay. I am Tracey Bellion of Traceys Fancy. Hello, Dixie Belle, and I am a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint Company. This is my husband, Matt, and he joins me sometimes, especially during this like social distancing thing. He's really helped a lot. So I'm a brand ambassador. I use Dixie Belle paint products exclusively. I do not use any other product. It is my go-to for absolutely any type of creative project that we do, and we have a lot of really loyal followers here who join us every single Wednesday night, and I am so thankful for all of you. Hello to all of you that are coming on and saying hello. Thank you so much for saying hi. Tell us where you're tuning in from. If you're new, just say, hey, we're new. They will welcome you. We are tonight in the home of our daughter, Haley, and her husband, Trevor. This is their master bedroom. It's a brand new home. It is gorgeous, and we are holed up here in their master bedroom. They have been, you know, when you're young and you just bought a new house, and they're buying a lot of new furniture. And so they decided they really didn't want to invest in a new bed right now, but they did get new bedding. And if you follow me on Traceys Fancy, you probably saw me post around 5 o'clock today a photo of their room, their bed, and their bedding in their room. All of the bedding is changing. They're going from like off-whites and kind of that rustic color, kind of to go, see the wings above? That used to be what was the colors of their room. More ivory and golds. We're going grays and silvers. And so they decided they would paint their bed, and they were going to do it themselves. And then I said, hey, how about you let me come do it on a Wednesday night, and I can do a live broadcast from your room, and we will paint your bed and inspire other people to do the same thing, because many of you, I feel like, have a headboard and footboard that look like this. I've already primed over the leather. So this is wood and leather. And yes, you can paint over your leather. If you would do me a favor, if you know someone who's got a bedroom set, or if someone's mentioned it, or someone might not know if they can paint over their leather, share this video. Just push that share button. Let's get the word out and show them that it's simple, it's fast, and we're going to do it right here before your very eyes. So Haley, my daughter, is behind camera, and she's watching, and she's here to also help with comments. Dixie Belle is also watching tonight, and they're manning comments as well. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing once we get started, just ask your questions, and they will relay the questions to us, and we will answer them for you. I think Trevor, her husband, may pop in. We may get 3 people painting at once back here. I've been talking a lot. Did you say hi?
As always. Hi, y'all.
And he's painting in a white shirt. Hi, Nina. Hey, Margot. We're going to get to work. Let's do it. So let's talk about colors real quick. Let me pull up the colors. What do we have down here? All right, so all I've done so far is I've primed. We've got a headboard here and a footboard directly behind us. See this? The footboard's laying down flat. We have primed over the leather with a Boss White. Now you can use Slick Stick if you feel like your leather is super, super slick leather. It is a paint party, and we're so excited. Hi, Sherry. But this leather is not slick. This was a very raw, sort of like a rough saddle leather or something. It wasn't slick. So I used Dixie Belle Boss in white, which is a good primer that blocks any type of bleed through. And I know the leather has a lot of dye in it, and I was concerned that we might get some bleed through from the leather. So I've blocked it by using Boss White. great product to use. That's 1 coat of Boss White. That's all we need to do. We do not need to prime the wood. We're going with grays. We're going with a dark color. So we have chosen Hurricane Gray, which is this color right here. That's going to be on the entire bed. Then we're also going to use some French linen, which is a lighter gray, to do these mirrors and on the side. We're not going to get to that tonight, but when you do see the final follow-up photo of the after, this will be the color that the mirrors will be done in, as well as probably the wings. Not sure on that yet. You also will notice, I probably won't get to this tonight either, but I'm going to be using Best Dang Wax in black. Let me show you where. I plan on painting the entire bed in gray, and then I plan on highlighting around the edges of each square panel and the carvings across the front in Best Dang Wax in black. I've also got some silver paint with me because around where the leather is, there's nail head trim. So I'm going to actually highlight with my fingertip and silver paint over every single nail head trim. So there will be some depth to this piece, and that's what we're planning to use. So,
good
yes.
question. Angela wants to know, did you sand the frame?
No, I did not sand the frame. Here you go, baby. Here's you some paint.
And wood first?
Let's get you a spray bottle. Everything. You just start painting everything. You want to use this spray bottle?
It's all the same color.
All the same color. So, y'all know I usually wear a microphone, guys, but this is kind of a bigger project that I have to stand away from, so I don't have my microphone on. If you can't hear me, just say so, and Haley will let me know to speak up. So Angela asked if I used a, oh, Ashley's watching. Did you see her? Angela asked if I sanded it, and I did not. I didn't sand it. I didn't prime it. We've just cleaned it really well, and you just start painting. And, you know, there is a beauty to chalk mineral paint because of that very reason. And Dixie Belle is a really good quality boutique paint. And as long as you know, as long as you've done it enough to know when you need to sand, when you don't need to sand, when you need to prime, when you don't need to prime. And I know in this situation that just painting it is going to be just fine. So this is my Hurricane Gray. Trev, will you put this maybe in the kitchen or something on the bar? Okay, thank you, honey.
Hi, Becky.
Okay, so Matt has already gotten started. He has a brush. He's using, what are you using, babe?
I'm using a
Flat
Dixie
medium?
Belle FM, I don't know if it's made in the USA.
He's using the flat medium. He's using a brush that looks just like this. These are Dixie Belle's brushes. They are manufactured just for chalk mineral paint. They are Dixie Belle's brush. They're Dixie Belle's design. They are a really, really good investment in a good brush. These brushes last forever. I very rarely replace my brushes. And then this is flat medium, and this one's called a mini. It's got a little short handle on it.
And it's all made in
This
America.
one's called a mini. And Matt likes it because they're all made in America. Nancy just did her bathroom cabinets in Hurricane Gray. Y'all watched me do that fancy French bed, the all super carved French bed. And that French bed I did in fluff, and I did a wash of Hurricane Gray over the top of it. And that looks really good. So the only other thing you need besides paint and a good brush, you don't have to have a good brush, but I recommend it, is water. You need a water. So Matt also has a spray bottle over there. If he feels like that the paint is a little bit thick, Dixie Belle paint has a lot of texture to it. It's very heavy paint. That's why I love it. It has amazing coverage. You can spritz it with a little bit of water, and it just sort of thins it out, lets it flow really well. And if you're a stickler for brush strokes, you're wigged out about getting brush strokes, I don't mind them. Putting a little bit of water in it will help it to flow even better.
Okay,
So, which one? Yes. Yes. So, oh, DM Dana from Italy. Do you mind if I call you the Queen of Whimsical? No, I do not mind that at all. I will carry that crown. I will. That is my favorite type of painting. Oh, Kathleen, I'm glad you ordered some brushes. Good, hun. What, babe?
Am I supposed to spray the brush or the bed?
Either. He just asked a really good question. He said, do I spray the brush or the bed? That's a great question because you can do it either way. You can take your brush and spritz it and then paint, or you can spray the furniture before you've even put paint on it. Just spray your wood and then paint, or you can paint and then spritz your paint and keep painting. Either way, or you can just dip a dry brush in the paint and paint. It's up to you. It's a preference. It's whatever you, yes, it is a hairdresser bottle. Exactly. It's whatever you like. Whatever feels best to you. I like thick. I like to hear it. I like to hear my brush move through that thick paint. He likes it a little bit thinner. He doesn't really like it super thick. So, oh my God, a good Dixie Belle brush makes all the difference. Yes, it does. You will be amazed. It is amazing. Is that Jack or water? Christy, this is a gift. Isn't this cool? This is a gift from one of my friends. We've now met several times in person, but we actually started just like this, talking just like this. And now we've actually spent the night at each other's house. So this one is called Straight Water Kentucky Aged Salon Care. It's really just water. Isn't it cute? But before I became sick with autoimmune hepatitis, I can no longer have any liquor. It has nothing to do with drinking. I didn't drink myself into a bad liver. I have an autoimmune disease that has attacked my liver, and I take really good care of myself. I'm super clean diet, and I don't drink anymore, but I used to have a cocktail every single night, and it was Jack and Diet Coke. No more. I noticed you have a spritzer bottle and a spray bottle. We do have both. Patty Snooky. Hey, Miss Sue, there she is, Sue. Sue's the one who gave me this bottle right here. So yes, this is a straight spray bottle. That's a Mister, M-I-S-T-E-R, or a spritzer bottle. I prefer the Mister spritzers, but before everybody started using that, we all used spray bottles. They work just as well. The Mister just controls it a little bit more, gives you like a fine mist. Again, that's a preference. Susie says, can you paint leather? Susie, that is leather. And we are painting leather. And yes, you can. I've painted leather for years. I've painted leather.
You've had to tell me that like 5 times because I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, Haley's like, okay, Mom, are you really sure? Yes, I've painted leather chairs. I've painted leather office desks. How many office desks do you see that have leather tops? Been there, painted them all. Everyone that's come my way. They hold up just fine as long as you use a good quality paint. So yes, you can prime it. If it's a super, super shiny, slick leather, you can prime it with, hey babe, try to move to the side so they can watch what you're doing. You can shine it, paint it first with Slick Stick. If it's more of a dull, flat leather, then just prime it like we did here with Boss. This is Boss White. Okay, so I'm gonna join him and Haley's, I'm gonna get out of the camera and I'm gonna move back here and start painting, and then Haley is gonna ask questions and relay everything to us right now, okay?
You're gonna have to talk loud.
And I'll talk loud. This is cool. You teach and Matt does the practical. I know. I like this. This is like really good. I know. He's very talented. Y'all know that, right? I mean,
I think he paints.
He's not only cute, but he's talented. I think I'm going to keep him. Oh, it's so good to see everybody on here. Okay, so
Do you need to wax the leather? Debbie asked.
I'm not going to wax it. It's a good question, but I'm not going to wax it. I'm going to top coat it with actual top coat, just as if I've painted the wood. So here we go. I'm painting the leather right now.
Oh, Cam asked if you can put transfers on the leather.
Yes, you can. Yes, you sure can. As long as you have painted it with a chalk mineral paint and given it that good foundation for the transfer to grip onto, you absolutely can. Yep. You can put people put transfers on fabric. You can put them on aprons. Yeah, can they hear me?
Can y'all hear her?
You say it loud. Can y'all hear her?
Because maybe they didn't hear that.
You gotta learn to paint on camera. You can't paint like this.
You gotta
move to the side, buddy. Like this. So, what else, Haley? Who's saying hey? Who's on?
Kathleen says she's painted leather too. Cam said I have a tray I want to do. Yes, they can hear you. Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, you got it. Just start on the other end, baby.
Babe, I gotta finish this section.
Loud
No,
and
but you do it
clear.
from the side. He doesn't know how to paint on camera, y'all. Sorry.
He's focusing.
I know, he's like this. What if I did like
Give
this?
Kathy a break. He's painting my bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you not see?
Very funny.
It's a side action, babe. Side.
So I like this color, but it does look bad with the cream, I think, up top.
What? Oh, that's okay. So Haley's already got all new bedding. All new bedding. And they're going white, off-white, and shades of gray. Harlow Jeannie Weenie.
What happens? They really make a difference once you use one. You'll never want to use
Did
a
the
cheap
doggy
brush
jump
again.
on
That's true.
It is true. It is true. The brushes are amazing. And let me tell you a little bit about why they're so good. Let me come over there and talk about that.
Oh, Melissa. Hi, Haley, Tracy, and Matt. Hi.
Hello.
So the reason the brushes are so good, so I say this a lot, and I'm sorry, you guys, for those of you who've already heard it, I'm going to say it again. Harlow, do you want to see yourself on the TV? No? Okay. Each bristle is manufactured, it's synthetic, and they made the bristles, not only are they capable of springing back to their original shape, you don't get these brushes, use them, and then they end up like sprayed out, like real spread apart. The paint doesn't stick down all in here. They wash off really easily. The paint comes off when you wash them. They spring back to their original shape. I don't know what is that allows that. And then they also have the ability to carry a lot of paint. So if you've used a watercolor brush, you know that when you use a watercolor brush, they hold a lot of water, a lot more water than a regular craft brush. If you don't believe me, try both different. Chalk mineral paint in a lot of circumstances does not need a prime coat. Yeah, we did not prime. Absolutely not. Game changer, Amy says, I know. So they hold a lot of paint so that when you dip, you can continue to move, spray, and you can the paint will hold in here. And you just keep spraying a little bit more water and just keep painting, spray a little bit more water, keep painting. You don't have to keep going back in and dipping and back and forth like that. So that's why I like them. And they clean really well. Oh, Lisa, you're so sweet. She missed it. So she can't see the comments right now because Harlow came in and needed her. But look at what a difference already that we're making. All right? Looking so good. Okay, so we're moving fast here. Big strokes, up and down. The top where Matt is spraying right now, up at the very top of the bed, is very heavily carved. So you want to do a pounce technique. You just pounce, just like this. Just moving, pout, 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 pout. You just hit it, and that gets, and use a lot of paint. Don't be chinchy. Put a lot of paint in there and move it all around. If you don't, it'll take you forever. Just pounce it from all directions, just like this. Now, if a little bit of wood still shows through in the underneath, that's okay because I'm gonna black wax it. So I'm gonna be going in there with a super, super dark wax, and the little bit of wood in the background kind of gives it depth anyway.
Oh, Lessa said thanks for letting us visit your home tonight, Haley.
Yes,
I'm
that was Lisa.
excited.
That was
So
Lisa.
cute.
I'm going to be seeing her tomorrow, actually. She's got several, she's one of my clients as well, and she has several pieces that she's picking up tomorrow. She's got a U-Haul, and they're driving a couple of hours to come pick up their stuff. Babe, can you stay on your side, dude?
You messed up my brush
Go
stroke.
over there.
Kim said, what gray is that? And
This
Vic
is
spelled
hurricane.
gray.
You can
Yeah.
type that in, babe, if you want. It's hurricane gray. This is hurricane gray.
And the 3 we're using, I put in your story too.
On Instagram, though, right?
Oh, yeah, but it should share to your Facebook. Because you're going to be adding more, right?
I'm gonna paint right here, since he covers what he's. Look how he paints. He's not got the on-camera paint thing down. He paints like this.
How are you not splattering on the wall, they want to know?
I'm in the oil business. I don't really paint for a living, so
Is this
figure.
even visible? What I'm doing right here, Haley?
I have such a delay on mine. I can't tell. Can you see on hers? You want to paint yours? Okay. That's a good idea.
Does she want to paint?
You wanna go paint over there?
Let's see. Just did a HG and Hurricane Gray and the golf desk. Just finished today. Oh, Kara, was that you that did that desk and you did the blend around it? I liked that. Was that you? Did I see that in Chalk Mineral Paint Enthusiast? I gave you a like. I loved it. But, it was the golf and then it looked like it had been shaded with Hurricane Gray maybe. Sorry, I'm trying to get it where you can see both. And they say yes, they can see. Lonnie, format. Don't say format. Because look at him. Look how serious he is.
Nancy wants to know why all her paint colors look darker than yours. Well, maybe because you missed. Does that make a difference?
Because I what? Missed? Maybe it's just the light.
Probably the green one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the lighting, Nancy. Hurricane gray's dark. It's a dark gray. It is. Definitely. Let me bring it up close here and show you on my brush.
I feel like it looks like a stone.
Let me show you on my brush. Yeah, it's like it's a very earthy gray. It's kind of like dirt, almost like a brownish gray, right?
I think it's like a stone gray.
Haley's
to me.
saying stone gray. I think
Matt said clay.
it's the perfect grayish. Dry brushing fluff and it's stunning. Becky, I bet it is. Yeah, let me know more. People are like sharing what they're using Hurricane. It's a very popular color, that's for sure. So has anyone considered, I'm going to throw a question out there. I would love to know this. Has anyone been wishing that they could get a new bed, or looking at their bed and thinking it was a little dreary, or they needed to change it, or you spent a lot of money years ago on a big, beautiful bedroom suit, and now it just seems cumbersome and dark, and you wish you could paint it? Is anyone watching tonight that has sort of, when you watch these videos in the back of your mind, thought, man, I wonder if I could paint my bed? Anyone?
Well, because that's exactly how we felt. We like the size of this bed, and it's comfortable, and that's how we felt.
That was Haley and Trevor. And I'm going to be honest, mine and Matt's bedroom, y'all seen it. I've shared our master bedroom before. I love our master bedroom, but we've gone all gray. And our bed and furniture is very big and Tuscan and huge and leather and brown. And even Matt has not said yet that he wanted to paint it, but he has said, I wish we could get a new bed.
I was very hesitant on this.
Haley was very hesitant.
It's a tough call.
Trevor's actually the one who wanted to do this paint, right?
Yes.
He's the one who said
Well, I was going to maybe do a new bed, but we like our bed, and he was like, oh, just paint it. Like, it was no big deal.
it is
I
no big
guess
deal.
he also knows you're his mother-in-law, so.
So has anyone answered? Has anyone
Yes.
admitted that they've wanted to paint their bed?
Yes, Estelle says. Oh, sorry, hold on. They're going fast. Yes, absolutely, yes. Yes, I want to change mine for a year, Mona said. Do
Okay.
it.
So Mona, why have you not, hun? Just go for it, girl. Just go for it. I mean, I know that I would not be painting my own daughter's bed
If you
for
don't think
her
it
room
lasts.
if I didn't believe that this is something that would look good and that they would enjoy.
Nancy said, I wonder if I can paint my entire leather couch. Didn't you do that one time?
I did. Now that I have never painted an entire leather couch
Oh,
ever. I painted actually I did, but I did it with another paint company. It was like an all-in-one paint company. I've not done it with Dixie Belle, but I know you could. The only thing is, I'm not sure what top coat. I think you would need to use Easy Peasy Clear Spray Wax if you were doing it on leather furniture. I'm thinking the Easy Peasy Clear Spray Wax, because you don't want to use a top coat that we use, a clear top coat, because they have like a hard finish, and I think that would crack. So I think I need to try that. I need to find like a cheap leather chair and do it with Easy Peasy Spray Wax and see how that holds up. I should do that. But for a bed, headboard and footboard, you're not going to sit on this. Nobody's even going to be sitting on it, you know? It's just for looks.
Leah said, yes, I've been planning to repaint my bedroom set since I discovered chalk paint. Almost a year ago.
Almost.
You have lots of people saying yes. So
Yes,
I'm gonna read them like
good.
that.
I had a feeling, that's why I went live yesterday.
Hi, Brody.
Brody's on. Hi, baby. That's my son. So I went live yesterday on Tracey's Fancy. By the way, if you don't follow me on Tracey's Fancy on Facebook and Instagram, please do. I would love it if you do. I'm not just a furniture painter. I paint murals, canvases, houses, anything that stands still. I'm also a health and wellness coach, but I'd love it if you follow me. We involve our family a lot in everything that we do. So yeah, when I was live yesterday, I was painting a real fancy bed for a client. And I told people that I was doing a surprise tonight because I really felt like this was a really practical application. I love when I have an opportunity to do something that I feel like a lot of people want to do and have thought about doing, but were afraid to do. And I had a feeling this was one of those things.
Isabel said, so could I have painted suede?
Okay, suede.
She also saves lives, Lonnie says. With help.
Lonnie is a sweetheart. Thank you, Lonnie. That's really sweet. She's talking about with my health and wellness group.
Not with your painting skills.
Yeah, not my painting skills. Suede. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to say no. That's me personally. I don't like painting any fabric that has texture. And that's me being very honest. And I know that some people will do it. I've just not had success with it. I'm also a texture person. So the way things feel is very important to me. So if I paint something like suede or something that's got a pile, like fabric that has any type of lift or pile on it, I can't, it's always too hard for me. It dries, not difficult, it dries hard to me. So I personally don't like it. Maybe some others have found a way to make it work, but I haven't. So my answer to that is I haven't done it.
Carol said, please do a leather chair couch. I have a chair and couch and I'm so afraid to paint it, possibly ruin it. Your tutorials motivate us to try new things. Yeah, maybe you should do.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe if I can just find a chair on Marketplace.
Or a class, like your denim one.
Well, I hate to teach a class until I've done it successfully, you know,
True.
like my denim. Speaking of, you guys, my denim painting class went so well. If any of you want to learn to paint on fabric or do watercolor on fabric, on my page on Tracey's Fancy, it's all Dixie Belle products. Dixie Belle supports any of my classes. I mean, they're fine with, I don't mean they support it. They're fine with me talking about it here on their page. Because it's a great way for me to turn people on to all the different uses of Dixie Belle paint. But that class is still available on my website at traceysfancy.com. You can still purchase it at the discounted lower price until Friday, if you're interested. The ladies are tearing it up. There's a lot of people on here right now that are doing it, so that are watching.
Did you put Boss on the leather?
Yes, it's Boss White. We used Boss White. So now we have officially almost. Good job, babe.
Go,
Baby.
Pappy, go.
Good
Go,
job.
Pappy, go. They want to know what's above the bed. It's wings and a U.
I don't know if they can hear you, babe.
Oh, we'll let them know, but it needs to be redone.
Say it
There's
really
no side
loud.
tables.
Okay, so above the bed are wings. Trevor, do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Come say hi.
Yeah, let me drop this off for Harlow to get off of.
Okay. This is U. Their last name is Underwood, and that is a U that actually was bought for their wedding, right? We bought it for your wedding in Canton, Texas. It was a backdrop behind the wedding table, the wedding party table, and then the wings are also from Canton, Texas, and they've always had it hanging above their bed. So when we moved in here, I was like, it's a little too yellow, and so we're going to be redoing those in whites and grays, but they're going to keep them, and I think they're hung too high. They're going to come down a little bit. Come say hi, Trev. This is my son-in-law. Have you come on my lives ever?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Trevor is, he's our son-in-law. We love him. We love him.
We would have handpicked him if we had to.
We would have handpicked him. We love him
So
like our
different.
own. He knows all about Dixie Belle. He knows all about my work. He's a huge support. He's a huge techie, so he's a huge help to me with teaching me to go live all the time, actually, from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet and everything.
Internet and everything. Exactly.
That's right.
So, anyway, do you want to paint?
Sure.
Yeah. Take
Can we
over.
put the
You
page
can,
name
you
up?
can do this up here.
What page name? Tracey's Fancy? Is that what they're asking for?
They might be asking for the link to the denim class. Can you
Oh.
do that?
Oh, I think I'm actually logged into.
Pat is saying hello. Betty shared. Betty always shares the video. So now, guys, I'm up here to answer questions. And
Yes, you do that.
yes, Harlow's daddy. Lonnie said, "Oh, Harlow's daddy."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those curls. Could y'all see his curls? That's where Harlow gets her curls, y'all.
Just show the back of it, baby.
Yeah, turn around and show the back of your hair. Or can you come up here? You want to see the curls? Can we take your hat?
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's
Kind of crazy.
He wears it in a top knot, but seriously, guys, but you gotta bend down.
Oh,
Mom.
Look.
Okay.
Look.
Put it down.
That is where Harlow gets her. Oh, now you do that. That's where the curls come from. I know. Look at him. Look at him. Wow, it looks good, babe. Do you like it, Haley?
I do.
So she got all new
It's
bedding
throwing me
today.
off with the mirrors and that.
Yeah,
It
it is. It look that
honestly.
they look super yellow now, don't they? So she's hating the U with the wings.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So we will up there. Yeah, we'll be redoing those for sure. No, Judy, we'll probably do. Good question, Jeanette and Judy. We will probably do 2 coats for sure. Pretty much. I mean, you can do 1 coat of Dixie Belle a lot of times, but I just like 2 coats for durability. I just do. So we'll probably do 2 coats, and I did bring top coat in satin over here. So we're going to be using satin. I didn't really think they wanted flat, and we didn't want gloss.
I just shared your denim class link a second ago, but I'm on my page on accident.
In a comment? Okay, so Haley shared my denim class link in a comment, by the way. Hello, Deb. It is a great color. Trevor is your hair twin, Lonnie. Yes, he is. He's got a lot of it. Super curly. This is awesome. I like this. See, I love doing this. I love to teach. And I love going into someone's house and getting a brush in their hand and getting the paint in their hand and saying, you can do this. It doesn't just have to be me. You can do this. Let me show you how. So, yeah, painting party. Exactly.
so what you do is you put paint on the brush, and then you just paint it on.
Chocolate lab.
You can mist it too if you want, babe.
I like it thick. Do you like it thick, Trev?
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
There must be dressers and nightstands that will need painting too. Well,
Okay, well, they don't have a dresser here. There, I don't even think y'all are getting one, or you don't need one. Do
we
you?
did a sitting area and
They
then
did
2
a
nightstands.
sitting area instead of where a dresser goes. They have 2 really pretty gray wingback chairs. They have two separate closets, his and hers closets, that are walk-in and ridiculously big. And so, like, she has a dresser in her closet, and then so I don't think they need a dresser.
But side tables,
but
yes.
bedside tables, yes. The mirrors will hang, and they're going to be painted in one of the grays. We're going to be using, what did we decide? French linen on the mirrors. They also have really pretty orb chandeliers that will hang down in front of each mirror. They're a round ball with crystals. They're from Z Gallery.
And a skull. That's really simple.
And then
That's it.
that skull is so pretty. Should I show it? Y'all want to see the skull?
But
Hold
I'm
on.
worried it's too cream too now.
I don't think so.
Like a wizard skull?
Oh, I didn't know you were.
Like a sorcerer? Wizards?
I almost took her down. Okay, so we made this years ago. Actually, Haley made it. I made one. She made one. Who else made one with us?
It was just me and you.
Just us.
I think.
So we made these skulls years ago with these seed beads and lace and brooches and rhinestones. Isn't it pretty?
But it's pretty cream
So
too.
pretty. So she wants to use that in here somewhere too, but she's afraid that it's going to be too cream because
Maybe over
of the
this.
gray. But I don't know. We'll see. Super pretty. Good job, babe. You did good. Okay, so Jeanette's saying I usually only mist on my second coat. I find I get better coverage if I don't mist a lot on the first coat. I do mist my brush. Those are all good tips, Jeanette. And like I said at the beginning, you know, it's everybody just needs to use the product, get to painting, and you will find what feels best to you and what, you know, it's a preference. And someone said they joined late. Were there leather panels? Yes, there were 6 leather panels. There were 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. And you can already see the difference in this paint color. This is fresh that Trevor's just painting, and the one back there that Matt's painting is drying already, and it's quite a bit darker. So someone, I think it was Nancy, said, why is her paint always darker than what you see on camera? A lot of times what you see on camera is still wet. And what
Using a different can.
once it starts drying, no, it does. It really dries darker.
Paul said
Dry
that's
fish
so
darker.
Texas, that skull. Don't let my husband see.
Let's see. Matt, Martha's on. You want to say hi to Martha? Let's see.
Is that something in the oven?
Tracy needs a drip wall behind
It
that
is.
bed. Brody, I did. Okay, so Brody's on right now, and I did with Dixie Belle. I did a blog. If you go
good.
to my blog on Tracey's Fancy, I think Dixie Belle has shared it as well on their blog. It is a rain wash wall, and I've done. Guys, I'm talking. I've done many of those, and everybody's just chatting around me about the timer that's going off because our dinner's ready. Our dinner's ready. What time is it? Oh, we're almost done here, guys. Yes, someone asked, are they the same paint colors? They are. They're both hurricane gray. Carol, one is just drying already, and one is still very, very wet. So it does deepen. It does deepen. Okay, so anyway, Brody's room's where I did the really tall water wash wall. Let's see. I've been wanting to paint our headboard, and it has leather panels. Well, Pat, you need to do it. Do it on one of your lives. Pat's a retailer, and she does lives every week now, right? Pat's a good girl. She's doing those lives. And Lonnie, we did it live, didn't we? We did that water wash wall live. We sure did. Dolly says, hang the skull above the bed. Lynn, you know it's so Texas. I have a curbside headboard that I'm recovering, tufting. It's very heavy appearing, elaborate gold, black rose. Ooh, fancy. The rest of our bed is antique vintage pieces that will all get painted. You know it, girl. That sounds amazing. Give that poor guy a Mr. bottle. It does look lighter, Carol, but it's not. But it is also probably the way the ring light is shining on it.
True.
But and it needs to dry as well. Hey Trev, do me a fave and run your brush all see how they end. So once you finish, if you'll go from left to right before it dries.
Oh,
Should I
You know what I
take it
mean?
out of the oven now?
So yeah, all the way across.
all right.
Total.
So painting
total
technique, guys.
Might
Painting.
be.
Matt's telling him it's an amateur move.
Just kidding.
So there.
I was just gonna do 2 coats.
Yeah.
But you'll
Yeah, I know what you
still
mean,
you still want his first coat was kind of choppy, like chop, he was just going like this all the way across. He was gonna let that dry, and then on his second coat he was gonna do long strokes. I do long strokes always. You can chop it up as you go, but before you move on to the next section, while it's still wet, you take your brush, whether it's a dresser or a headboard, anything that's long, and you go from one side and then you can go back. You need to get all your brush smokes smoothed, I don't know, or brush strokes smooth, whichever you want to do. From one side to the other so it's nice and smooth as it dries, and then when you go back, same thing. So
I feel like it's drying.
that's okay because you can do this. Watch. Here we go. Try this. Move a brush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Now do it. Now go.
Oh,
Oh,
like clay.
look at that. Isn't that awesome?
That's
It
pretty
gets, isn't that cool? It is, there's clay in the paint. There's clay and minerals in the paint. And so it reactivates it just like clay. And just like molding clay or earth, dirt, same thing. Isn't that cool?
the earth there.
And look how smooth it is.
So smooth.
Super smooth. So he's got a few drips over here. I'm going to take this, reactivate it where those little drips are, and smooth them out. I can even go side to side if I want. And just get it nice and smooth. We don't want any drips. Those probably weren't even his. I think those were mine. All right. So
How's
over
that?
here. And here's your bottle if you want to use it. I keep a bottle in like real close because I use it constantly. Let's see, before we go, y'all are cracking me up. News anchors wear so much makeup, and not here, not this one.
Wanna go help Daddy?
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a lot. Oh my gosh. Aw. I am so glad to hear that, Sharon. I'm so glad. That's exactly why myself and any of the other brand ambassadors are here to inspire you. We've got Dixie Belle retailers across the country, around the world, that are also, their shops are opening back up, and they do lives from their stores as well. So you can always go to dixiebellepaint.com and put in the search bar and look for a retailer that is near you, and that way you can just drive somewhere and purchase paint. You can see it, touch it, feel it, play with it. If you already know what you want and you like to click and order, my link is at the top of this video, and you can just click that link if you like the colors that we're using, and you can just order it and it'll be delivered right to your door. And Dixie Belle gives me a little kickback from that, and that is what allows me to keep sharing with you guys on a weekly basis. So I appreciate that in advance. I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here every single Wednesday night. I always leave this page and go over to mine now. When this is over, I'm going to go straight over to traceysfancy.com and hang out over there for about 30 more minutes while we continue painting. So I love you all. We will see you guys next Wednesday. Oh, Becky Love, I love you. Becky, Haley says hello too, hun. Oh, Harlow's saying bye. There's Harlow. Harlow, can you say hi?
She's painting.
Are you going to help paint?
She is.
Yay! Good job. Good job. That's Harlow Jean. She's baby number 1. Baby number 2 is due in August, a little boy. So, hearts for Harlow. Everybody always gives hearts for Harlow. So,
Just a little bit there, a little bit there.
good job, honey.
Where else?
Oh, good job.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's.
Francis, thank you. Yes, y'all follow along. Make sure that you're following on my page. That is where I will post the after photo. When this is done, we'll stage it, all the new bedding. We'll have the freshly painted wings and you. And y'all can just see the magic of Dixie Belle. That's amazing. Thanks, you guys, Dixie Belle. Thanks for having me. And I will see some of y'all over on my page. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.